Dear Denver podcast.
My pocket's Carlos. My pocket's Carlos.
What up, man? It's Carlos back again with another episode of the Dear Denver podcast. I'm just plugging this at the beginning of this interview because we didn't really do a proper introduction on how we even clicked up, me and Jeff. I just want to send a huge shout out to Jeff, man. He did this interview right after his performance at Temple. It was like 2 a.m. and he stuck through it, man. He made sure I got this interview, so huge shout out to him. The way we clicked up, I walked in with all of Zaytoven's DJs. I chopped it up with all of them, and then when I was just standing around, Jeff comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm just trying to get an interview with Zay." He's like, "Oh, yeah, that's my uncle." I was like, "What the fuck?" And I love Zaytoven's production, so that really made me go check out Jeff's music. And while I was going through his most recent music, his old name came up when he went by Jefe the Boss. We mentioned it in the interview that I noticed that, like, when he went by that name, he was really on his trap shit, spitting bars, and, like, now he's, like, on some trap melody shit, you know? So we talk about that in the interview, his progress through the, like, that sound change. But I just want to send a huge shout out to Jeff, man, because he didn't have to do this for us, man. He rocked with us all night at Dear Denver podcast, hooked me up with some of his connects, and I just appreciate him so much for that, man. He was a real cool dude. Check out his mixtape or album that's out right now. It's called 10 Ways. It's on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, all that. My favorite song is the one he's got with Bankroll Fresh, man. Huge fan of Bankroll. R.I.P. Bankroll Fresh. And just check out that 10 Ways mixtape, man. It's out everywhere. Check him out on Instagram. He's 1am Jeff. Just check him out, bro. Huge fan of this guy. Till next time, bro. Thank you. Like.
I'ma go diving her late. No money up like bouquets. We gon' smoke shit from the bay. Early morning serving J's. Pulling up in the Mercedes, baby. All these hoes wanna take me, baby. And we came with them changes spraying. We popping like pistols wherever we banging. I'ma go slide in the A. Always on go, got no brakes. She always on go, she a freak. She sell me till I fall asleep. She sell me till I fall asleep, baby. Ride me till I fall asleep, baby.
Carlos, part 2 of this interview, going down here with Zaytoven's performance here at Temple tonight. This is the second artist he brought out. This guy is he's actually Zaytoven's nephew. I didn't even know that. This guy Jefe, aka Jefe the Boss. That was your old name. I seen that shit. It's his nephew. It's Zaytoven's nephew, man. He has a new project out called 10 Ways. You've seen him on Wild and Out. He's had an interview, just one part interview with Vlad, and here he is, man, showing Dear Denver podcast love, man, coming out to Denver. What's up, man?
Denver, we live. Yeah, I had a good time out here at the Temple. We piped up. I performed a little song, spazzing. We turned up. I digged y'all energy. I loved it. I really did. This was turned.
Was this your first time performing in Denver?
Yeah, this was my first time performing in Denver. This is not my first time coming to Denver, but it was my first time performing here.
Okay, word. And you said you fucked with it, right?
Yeah, I fucked with it heavy. I'm not gonna lie.
Man. So I see you, like, when I was looking at your tapes, man, you do a lot of the singing shit also. You do the rapping and then the melody shit. And me and Tiff were just talking about it, like how that rap style is so sick right now, you know what I mean? You got these rappers, they're spitting bars, trap shit, but they're singing with the melody and shit. Is that something they like?
The melody.
I looked at some of your old catalog, you know what I mean? So that was more like bars and shit, you know what I mean? And then with this melody shit, did you just were you finding your sound at the time, and this is what you were looking for, or?
See, you brought me back. I'm not gonna lie. That was you. I was in middle school. This is when I started really getting into music heavy. You feel me? When Zay came to me and was like, "This is this little track. It was for the ladies. It was called Freaks." He knocked on my door. He came back from Florida, just doing a little, run like this. How we doing right now? Just come back from Florida with my pops. He banged on the door. He's like, "Man, I gotta tell you, bro. You going hard. You going hard." I didn't really rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing that. It's around. I engineer a little bit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm like. I'm not really finding my sound. I'm really just, you know what I'm saying, doing it for fun. I guess I was finding my sound, but you know what I'm saying. I was doing it for fun, but he came and knocked on my door and told me that, "Hey, bro, you going hard for real." You know what I'm saying? Keep at it. He ain't signed me yet. This was years later when he signed me.
So why the rebrand from Jefe the Boss to Jeff? Why that rebrand? Why did you want to go like that? Well, I don't want to say like rebrand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the rename, you know what I mean? Why the name change? Because Hefe, your boss sounds kind of tight.
I
You
know
know,
it,
but
I
that
know it.
but that kind of is like the boss.
See,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I got that. Shit, Hefe was like a street name on some real shit. Hefe was a street name I got. You know what I'm saying? They was like I was called Jeff in the real beginning. I was called Jeff, and then my bro was like, "Your name was Hefe." I was skating with him. I used to skateboard. Your name Hefe? He was like, "Yeah, you know that mean boss." I was like, "Hey, yeah, my name Hefe." Blah blah blah. So I got that really on the block. And then I started, when I started kicking back with Zay, he'll call me Jeff.
Yeah.
Off instinct. He know me all my life.
Yeah.
He called me Jeff.
Okay.
And just when I'm running to Nick Cannon, he was like, "Nah, your name need to be Jeff." I was like, "Nah, I'm Hefe."
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that
you
you're under Nick Cannon too.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Cannon. He's like, "Bro, you need to be Jeff, bro. I like that name. It stand out. It's different.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody just sticking with it. It's just Jeff."
Yeah, it's just
like,
Jeff.
All right, bro, I'm rocking with it.
And that's what's unique about it, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
unique.
tight, man. And speaking of your project, the 10 Ways, that song, Freak, dude, that song's hard, bro.
So
that
you-
shit's hard as fuck, man. I
That
love
he
that
knocked
shit.
on my
Your
door for
melodies
that.
are hard, man.
That
It was
was-
nice, dude. It was
Appreciate
really
it. I
nice, bro.
appreciate
It
it.
was sick, man. And the bars are good too, man. And the song I Want It, that shit's hard as fuck too, you know what I mean?
You know
It's
the
just-
video
it's
out
cool.
on Zaytoven YouTube.
Yeah. I
Uh-huh.
seen the
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
man. And then you said that you used to engineer yourself, like you used
Yeah.
to like produce your own shit and like edit all your own shit. Do you still go that like you still like to do that sometimes here and there?
Yeah,
Or
I
do you? Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I do it here and there,
Yeah.
But sometimes I be in the studio with Zay now,
Yeah.
or in another big studio.
Yeah, I know
Patchworks or
you say you
something.
like get with Sunny, Sino, and
Yeah.
Metro. You know what I mean? And
I
just
be
cook
with
it
a
up
lot
like
of
that.
cats where it's like they do that. That's when they are.
So it's been a while since you like engineered your own
Not,
shit.
not really. My brother, he got a little setup kit.
Oh,
I record and mix and engineer myself still.
Oh, really? Okay. Word. And then so I see like you had Bankroll Fresh on the 10 Ways, you know what I mean? R.I.P.
yeah.
Bankroll, you know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. Bankroll.
And like would you have a tight relationship with him? Like was it a
Yeah,
really
I
close
had a tight relationship because he was born in the basement too with Zay. That's like an aunt to me too. You know what I'm saying? My dad, used to buy washing powder from him, when he was young, fresh.
Yeah.
You feel me? You go deep.
Yeah. And then so speaking of like collaborations you had on that shit, you know what I mean? Like what's one big like artist like cuz you're connected, you know what I mean? And what's one like artist you'd be like, "Oh, dude, I'm down to like whenever he says it, let's get it on a collaboration."
I'm rocking with my boy Future
Yeah?
all the way.
Oh, hell yeah.
I chopped it up with I hit up Young Maul. We supposed to be getting something that ain't solid, but
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you like
little
your
Atlanta artist.
energy is like something else, bro. Like it's tight, man. When I just seen you perform right now, it's like a turn up, like fucking like it's hard, man. But you're spitting and you're getting the crowd involved. You know what I mean? You had a couple fools in the front going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling you, man, like the way you spit, it's just like it reminds you like a Kodak almost. You know what I mean?
Real
Like,
word.
it's hard, bro. Like
appreciate it.
like your voice, just the way that you guys like the way you use it. You know what I mean? It's hard, man. Don't let up on the singing shit, man. Because your singing shit's hard, bro.
You like
it's sick
that?
as fuck, bro.
Appreciate it.
Man.
Appreciate
and
it.
it's making a lot of noise, bro. There's like a sick ass feedback. You know what I mean? Like, what's one place you went with Zay? Like, cause you're going around with Zay right now, right?
Yeah. I'm on
So
tour
like,
with
what's
him.
one place that like kind of shocked you, like when you started playing and they were like, oh shit, they were rocking with you. That stood out.
I think the first one when we went to Orlando.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like the beginning of the tour. They piped up.
Yeah, was it
They
like
piped
a
up so
bit, like
heavy.
a venue or like a festival?
Yeah, we
or
was
where?
in a little venue.
Oh,
We was in a
okay.
little venue. They piped up so heavy.
That's the best ones. Man.
yeah.
That's sick.
And they really reacting, and I seen how they really reacted to it. I ain't performed in a little minute. I was just coming out of jail, so
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's
Oh shit. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay, word. And then are you fan of like the newer crowd coming out? Like you fan with like any of these newer cats coming out? Like anybody you want to collaborate like from the newer?
I mean, yeah, I'm willing to work with all of them.
Yeah. Just anybody that reaches out?
Huh?
Just anybody that reaches out or anything?
I mean, they all sound hot to me,
Yeah.
I see who Zay be working with, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I see everybody this out, and I be willing to work with all of them. I'm expendable.
Yeah. And then since you and Zay been working a lot, like has he like tried to make you go like work with like a different like producer, like a different artist? Like he's like, yo, you should try to hook up with this guy because you two.
He the one who set me up with Nick Cannon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And is Nick Cannon helping you with that too? Then, like,
Yeah. You know, we dropped he finna be dropping something.
Yeah.
Me and him, he finna drop an incredible tape, but you know, he featuring a song on there with me and him on there. Let Me Be Great.
Oh, word. Okay. And I didn't even notice, man, because we've been in the club all night, dude. Like the scale tattoo.
That
shit's
I got it.
hard,
You know, I'm a
bro.
Libra. My birthday coming up too in September 29th.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Libra.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Is that what the Libra sign is? The scale?
The scale.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, God. That's just
Gotta
hard.
weigh it
Man.
up.
Yeah. That's just cool, man. And then, and like when this 10 Ways thing came out, like what was the immediate like reaction? Because like I've noticed from like your past songs, like this shit was like kind of like more like smoother type of like music. Like did you spend a lot of time on like working on this?
On the 10 Ways.
Yeah.
This took it took a little minute for me to come out with this tape because I was going through a few things. You know what I'm saying? This was, you know, it was a lot of stuff going on at the time, so it was a lot of passion behind that tape though.
Yeah. You can feel the
like
feeling,
you can feel it on, like that's why people feel the tracks, because it meant something, like
it's
you feel
real.
me? And if you listen to it, you'll hear it. So it's a little different on this. There's a little struggle on this.
Yeah, man. But you could feel
was
it,
passion
man. Like,
on
in the
this.
tracks, you could always feel like when someone's meaning it. You know what I'm saying? Not like just I gotta hurry up and push it out. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
So then, let me see. Yeah, man. So like, well, you said you come out to Denver sometimes. You know what I mean? You've came out to Denver before or whatever. So, are you planning on like going on like any shows, like maybe opening up for acts or anything? Are you looking to, or just traveling with Zay? Because Zay's putting you out, right? He's just like,
yeah. You know, I be doing extra stuff too. You know, whatever, you know, bookings or whatever. You know, that else hit me up. But you know, if it's a call to be like, hey bro, I booked you a ticket. Hey bro, I need you out here. You need to perform. It's gonna be good. You know, you my artist. It's a familiar territory thing. Yeah. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Word. All right, man. Well, I want to thank fucking Jeff coming out to Denver, bro. Show Dear Denver podcast, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Congratulations on the success on that 10 Ways, bro. Making noise, bro. You're gonna be sick, man. Don't let up on these fools, for real.
All right,
so shout out Jeff, man. And fucking with Denver, Dear Denver podcast. We out.
Hey, fuck yeah.
I'ma go diving her late. Throw money up like bouquets. We gon' smoke shit from the bay. Early morning serving J's. Pulling up in the Mercedes, baby. All these hoes wanna take me, baby. And we came with them changes spraying. We popping like pistols wherever we banging. I'ma go slide in the A. Always on go, got no brakes. She always on go, she a freak. She suck me till I fall asleep.